Imagine sitting alone in a quiet office, surrounded by stacks of computer printouts. Just another ordinary day. Nothing unusual. Nothing that suggested history was about to be made. Then, one line of numbers caught your attention. Not because it looked strange, but because it looked impossible. You grabbed a red pen, circled the numbers, and wrote a single word beside them. Wow! That one handwritten word would become the name of one of the greatest mysteries in the history of science. A mystery that, nearly 50 years later, still has no definitive explanation. It all began on August 15, 1977, at the Big Ear Radio Observatory in Ohio, USA. Unlike ordinary telescopes, Big Ear didn't search the sky with visible light. It listened, day and night, silently scanning the universe for radio signals. Most of what it detected was completely ordinary. Natural radio noise from distant stars, galaxies, and cosmic radiation. But on that summer night, something changed. For just 72 seconds, a powerful radio signal appeared. It was unlike anything the observatory had recorded before. It wasn't random. It wasn't weak. And it seemed to come from deep space. Days later, astronomer Jerry Ehman was reviewing the telescope's printed data. As he scanned line after line of numbers, one sequence immediately stood out. 6EQUJ5. To almost anyone, it looked meaningless. But to a radio astronomer, those 6 characters told an extraordinary story. The signal was far stronger than the normal background noise of space. Strong enough that it couldn't simply be ignored. Without hesitation, Ehman circled the code, wrote "wow" in the margin, and unknowingly created one of the most famous scientific mysteries of all time. But what exactly did those strange characters mean? And why has no one ever detected the signal again? The answers are far more mysterious than you might imagine. At first glance, the code 6EQUJ5 looks completely random. Just 6 ordinary characters. But to astronomers, it represented something extraordinary. The Big Ear telescope didn't record words or sounds. Instead, it measured the strength of radio signals arriving from space. Each letter and number represented a different signal intensity. The higher the character, the stronger the signal. As the telescope scanned the sky, the signal slowly grew stronger, reached a remarkable peak, then gradually faded away, exactly as scientists would expect if a distant object drifted through the telescope's narrow field of view. While the Earth rotated, the entire event lasted only 72 seconds. No more, no less. That detail was important. It suggested the signal came from a fixed point in space, not from an aircraft, a passing satellite, or a nearby radio transmitter. Even more surprising, the signal appeared to come from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, a region of the sky rich with stars, located near the center of our Milky Way galaxy. And here's what made the discovery even more puzzling. The signal was detected on a frequency very close to 1,420 MHz, known as the hydrogen line. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. Because this frequency is naturally significant to astronomers, some scientists have suggested that any advanced civilization trying to communicate across space might deliberately choose it, not because it's magical, but because any civilization studying the universe would almost certainly discover it. Could that be what happened here? Or was it simply an extraordinary coincidence? Scientists immediately wanted to know one thing. Could they detect the signal again? So they pointed their radio telescopes back toward the same region of the sky. Again and again. Days became months. Months became years. Years became decades. But the mysterious signal never returned. If it truly came from an intelligent civilization, why was it sent only once? And if it wasn't artificial, then what natural event could possibly produce something so unusual? Those questions would spark decades of debate and lead to some of the most fascinating theories ever proposed. Over the years, scientists proposed countless explanations for the wow signal. Some were grounded in science. Others captured the imagination of millions around the world. The most famous theory was also the most exciting. Could the signal have come from an intelligent civilization? After all, it appeared near the hydrogen line. It matched the kind of signal researchers had long believed an advanced civilization might choose to transmit, and it was unlike anything the Big Ear telescope had detected before. But there was one major problem. Science depends on repeatable evidence, and despite decades of searching, the WOW signal was never detected again. Without a second observation, there was no way to prove it came from extraterrestrial intelligence. Other scientists searched for more ordinary explanations. Could it have been a hidden radio transmission from Earth? Investigators examined military communications, civilian broadcasts, and satellites, but none matched the signal's characteristics or its apparent location in deep space. Another idea suggested that a passing comet might have been responsible. Comets are surrounded by enormous clouds of hydrogen gas. Some researchers argued that this hydrogen could have produced a signal near the same frequency. It sounded promising, but many astronomers remained unconvinced. The strength of the WOW signal and its unique pattern were difficult to explain with a comet alone. Other possibilities were also considered: a rare astronomical event, an unknown natural radio source, or perhaps a phenomenon that scientists still don't fully understand. One by one, each theory answered some questions, but created new ones. Nearly 50 years later, no explanation has been able to account for every detail. The WOW signal remains exactly what it was in 1977, a single event, observed once, never repeated, and still unexplained. Nearly half a century has passed, yet the WOW signal remains one of the greatest mysteries in the history of astronomy. It lasted only 72 seconds. It was detected only once, and despite decades of searching, it has never been heard again. Today, most scientists agree on only a few facts. The signal was real. It was unusually strong. It appeared to come from a fixed location in space, and no explanation has been able to account for every detail. Was it a rare natural phenomenon? A signal from an unknown cosmic source? Or was it the first message humanity has ever received from another intelligent civilization? For now, no one knows. Modern radio telescopes are far more advanced than the Big Ear Observatory ever was. Projects around the world continue listening to the universe, searching for unusual radio signals, and hoping to answer one of humanity's oldest questions. Are we alone? Every day, billions of radio waves travel silently through space. Most are simply part of the natural universe. But somewhere, among the endless stars, another mysterious signal could already be on its way, waiting to be discovered. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps decades from now, or perhaps the WOW signal will remain a unique event that history can never fully explain. Until the day we find undeniable evidence, one question will continue to echo across the scientific world. Who or what sent the WOW signal? Outro. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more true mysteries, forgotten history, and incredible scientific discoveries, be sure to subscribe to Factverse and let us know in the comments, what mystery should we uncover next? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary.